Welcome to the second session of Beta Stage.
Hello!
Welcome back. So I want to start off today by talking about Battlefield 1. Great game just came out. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
All right, now that that's over,
Yeah.
I actually want to talk about the huge amount of support that we've received from friends and everybody that's listened to our first podcast. Mm-hmm. You know, we've gotten a lot of great suggestions, a lot of overall support, and it's really encouraging. That it makes us feel like it's something we want to keep doing.
Yeah. The friends and family that we shit on last time.
Yeah, the obligatory listen.
Yeah, they've been fantastic.
So I'm gonna give a quick shout out because I got some hate last time that I didn't give any shout outs. To my friend, close personal friend, wife of one of my best friends, Mika. Dignified Fluff. Her gamer tag isn't actually the original Dignified Fluff. There's a 3 in it, so it's not as special as it could be. Email. We've got an email now.
Yes. Speaking of a 3.
Yeah. Beta stage. Beta stage 3 at gmail.com is our email, and at beta _ stage 3 is our Twitter. So if you're on Twitter or you want to drop us an email, go ahead and hit us up.
Do.
Speaking of emails, I think you got one if you want to pull that up.
As you know, we talked about Wonder Woman, and we tried to figure out her backstory without knowledge.
Yeah, we don't know anything. We're just kind of talking out of our ass. We're BSing.
Yeah, so here's some messages I got from from my PFC gaming partner, Anthony.
Okay, let's hear it.
Gal Gadot is from Israel. She's Jewish. It's an Israeli accent. She's from Themyscira, or Themyscira. Wonder Woman is from Themyscira.
Okay,
It's
sure.
an island near Greece, not another planet. God.
I never said other planet. I don't think either of us said other planet.
I might have said that.
Oh, well, way to go.
I asked her, actually, I think I've definitely asked him before if she's from another planet, and I just forgot.
So we got a whole bunch of... I also got a couple of messages saying Wonder Woman's from Earth, idiots. So thank you. Love the support. Yeah. Really appreciate that. Speaking of, that brings up an interesting topic. One of my friends is... a couple of my friends are actually in the area, aside from... the people that I grew up with. So we might have some guests on the show at some point. People who also like to talk out of their ass and maybe make a career out of it.
Cool.
Let's see. Talked about our listeners. We talked about our emails, texts, Twitter. Okay. Moving right into Top Gear and the Grand Tour. Mm-hmm. I don't know if everyone watches Top Gear. I'm sure they don't.
You should.
You'll all, up until season, 23, 27 or whatever?
Yeah.
So Top Gear is a show put on by the BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation. And it's all about cars and autosports, and it's something that we love watching.
Yes.
And the show had, when we started watching it, it had the three hosts. It was Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond. Well, within the last, 2 years? 2 years or so, somewhere in that time frame, the BBC let Jeremy Clarkson go. It wasn't like it was some sort of a dispute. And they just let him go. And the other two were like, well, without Clarkson, we're not staying around.
Yeah.
So between seasons, Top Gear got a whole new cast. Mm-hmm. And Matt LeBlanc from Friends is on there now. And then a couple other people that I have no idea who they are. Apparently they're famous for cars or something.
And Matt LeBlanc is cool and all, but
come on.
They're the reason, you watch the show.
Yeah, and
it's
apparently...
so fucking funny.
Apparently, now Matt LeBlanc is threatening to leave the show. He threatened almost immediately because the other guy, the guy that they got to replace Clarkson, Chris Evans, not the American, not Captain America, but a British Chris Evans, nowhere near as fun to watch. Apparently, he's a huge dick, and they don't get along super well.
Yeah, good, because he was my least favorite part.
Good.
I actually liked Matt LeBlanc way more.
Well, so Amazon went ahead and was like, well, this is a great show. let's get these people. So Amazon went ahead and put on, they made a new show called The Grand Tour. First episode debuted 2 weeks ago.
It's
shortly after we did our first podcast.
Fucking rad.
It's absolutely
so good.
Fantastic. It's Top Gear.
Yeah.
It's what Top Gear is supposed to be.
With more money.
But
with even more money.
With even more money than before. And I'm sure the BBC is really kicking themselves in the gonads right now thinking, hey, I wish we had kept this show. And it's super awesome. Hilarious. It's got all the feels that Top Gear does. It's it really, it is Top Gear. It's the new Top Gear.
Yeah. If you don't like cars, it's the show that got me into cars. I mean, I liked cars, but it got me way into cars.
So what we're saying is you need to love cars. And if you don't, watch the show, and then you will love cars. And if you still don't, well, you're probably living under a rock somewhere, and you're probably not listening to us anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first episode was great. Second episode was equally great.
Cool.
They a little bit of a spoiler alert. They're doing this bit where they invite stars to the show and then they just die before they get there. It's kind of cheesy, and I wonder if they're ever gonna get past that.
Is that a reoccurring thing beyond the first episode?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a reoccurring thing, and what's funny is it's actually those people, because if you're watching the episode like I do, I watch the first episode on my phone. You can actually see the cast as they appear. So when Jeremy Renner was on it, his name pops up, he plays himself. So they actually have these actors doing these spots, but they're brief things. So maybe they'll move past that and actually, do something with the actors, but who knows?
I think it was a jab at the new Top Gear.
Oh, it's absolutely a jab.
That was my least favorite part because the guest appearances went on for so fucking long.
Well, I mean, they talked to him about movies and all that, whatever they're in, and then they get a little bit of their car background history, and then they see him drive a lap, and just to see who's the fastest celebrity to be put in a reasonably priced car.
Yeah. Oh, they always do two people too on the new one. That's why it takes so long.
Oh, really? That's no fun.
I found myself just always skipping that part.
I stopped watching after Jeremy left, so
I don't blame you. It turned into just a show about cars instead of a show about the hosts.
Yeah, cars and the funny things that they do with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it comes out every Friday on Amazon Prime. Unfortunately, you do have to be an Amazon Prime member to watch it. Yeah. Amazon Prime has a lot of great benefits. Yeah. We're not being sponsored by Amazon, of course. No. It's just I'm promoting how awesome that they are. I mean, if they want to sponsor us, Amazon, if you're listening and you want to sponsor us, please, I will gladly take your money.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll leave the BBC.
Yeah. Also, not a jab at the BBC.
Yeah, no, I love them to death.
We're not sponsored by them either.
I forgot what I was going to say. I had something planned.
But yeah, so it comes out every Friday. Amazon Prime. Oh. It's $100 a year. If you missed, they had a deal for the first episode of the Grand Tour. It was $20 off. Mm-hmm. But, that's for all of Amazon's services, so you get better deals on shipping and this and that and the other.
That's what I was going to say. You might also be a Prime member on, unintentionally already, because that was me, because I signed up for Amazon Student back when I was in school a few months ago. And I just had Prime. I'm like, okay. So I still have it.
Yeah, and it's not like you can't share Prime. It's like Netflix when people share accounts, except instead of $8 a month, it's $100 a year, which really isn't all that much when you think about it. You spend more on that in fast food or gas or something like that. So stop eating McDonald's, buy Amazon Prime.
Yeah, and $8 a month for 12 months is $96 for Netflix. So
thank you for math. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that. So before we get on to a whole lot of stuff, I want to talk about it's a game that's currently in. It's about to have an open beta weekend. Great game. It's called Gigantic. It is. It's like a third-person shooter. It's a MOBA. It's all sorts of fun, and they're having an open beta next weekend on Xbox One and Windows 10. Please check out that game if you're into it at all. I really want to see more of this game. I want it to be out of beta. I want to have the actual game released. It's loads and loads of fun, and having it only for a weekend really sucks, but it makes me want to keep on playing.
This is the one with the mythologies, right?
No, that's Smite.
Smite. Okay.
Smite is an actual MOBA, very similar to League of Legends, except it has gods from all the different pantheons. Also a great game, available on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. You can buy the gods, all gods pack for $30. It's a free-to-play game, but if you buy the pack for $30, you get all current and future gods that might come out. I bought that, forever ago when the game first came out on Xbox One, and I loved it.
Cool. A little disappointed that they didn't have Christianity characters.
Yeah, Jesus Christ would win automatically.
And Santa Claus.
Yeah, Santa Claus. But yeah, Gigantic is it's tons and tons of fun. I really want this game to keep going. Honestly, I wish they would put in microtransactions because it would help them get some of the funding that they need. But I guess maybe they're not seeing like enough people play to like even consider that as an option, or maybe they just want to stay away from that as an option. Yeah. Whatever they're doing it right. The game is a lot of fun. You got to check it out. That's all I can say. I would go ahead and rate the game, but you haven't played it. I played with a lot of my friends, but definitely worth checking out. More movies. Let's talk about movies some more.
Okay.
So you were just showing me a trailer. We just watched a trailer for, what's it called?
Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets.
Okay, so that's a mouthful.
Yes.
It's from the same guy that directed. Did he write or direct The Fifth Element?
He directed The Fifth Element.
So if you've never watched The Fifth Element, it's an awesome movie.
Oh my God,
you're missing out.
Fucker.
I know we say that a lot. Like if you've never done this or you haven't played this, it's because you're missing out. And
it's probably one of the best 90s movies ever made.
Yeah, I'd say so. Bruce Willis, Mila Jovovich. Who else? Chris Tucker's in there.
Yeah, it's a it's like a 90s goofy Blade Runner.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah, it's an absolutely awesome movie. And so now he also did Lucy. I managed to see that one with Scarlett Johansson. I don't know if you caught it.
I did not.
It's good. It's really good, but if you have to put the time in to sit down and pay attention. It's not one of those things where you can just put it on in the background and then you're lost. You have no idea what's going on. So Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. Just watch the trailer. It looks great. Check it out on YouTube.
That's cool.
Or somewhere around the internet.
It's packed with sci-fi shit. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
It's also based on a graphic novel, apparently.
Even better, comic books. Something we talk about. Comic books, graphic novel, this, that, and the other.
It's based off a not superhero comic.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of those,
which
but
needs to happen more.
Yeah, I agree.
They're buying the right. Like my favorite comic, Witches, got picked up by Brad Pitt's production studio, and then you guys should read comics. There's another one called Descender that I love. Descender is a sci-fi one, all done in watercolor. Super cool. And I guess the first issue came out, and instantly someone bought the movie rights because they were so into it. So, and the story is fucking crazy. So yeah. So hopefully, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I just want more comic book movies to be made based on
graphic novels other than superheroes.
Yeah, like a lot of stuff from Image, like Image Comics. That's pretty much what I read. I don't really read much superhero ones, but the Image Comics is a bunch of just cool stories.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Have I brought up the new Avengers series?
No, but you have now.
I will say quickly because I don't read too many superhero stuff, and I finally a friend told me to read the two simultaneous new ones where the modern one, it's a modern Avengers, like the newer Avengers, dealing with something, and the concurrent series is a flashback series that calls back to the 90s with the original Avengers, and it's like drawn in the 90s style, and they're only issue 1 in about those series, but apparently something in the flashback series has an effect on the modern series, so I'm excited to see where that's going, and it's definitely the most I've enjoyed a superhero comic.
Okay, well, I'll probably check that out.
cool.
Go ahead and take a gander at that.
You can borrow it if you want. I own both of them.
Even better.
I'm not going to reread them.
Okay, so movies that are coming out. We kind of briefly talked about this. Let's spend a little bit more time. First one I want to talk about. I don't know if you've seen the trailers. You might have. Office Christmas Party.
Yes,
You've seen the trailers? Okay, so it's got Olivia Munn, who's super hot.
Yes.
Jennifer Aniston, even though she's older, also super hot. And then
TJ Miller, who's super hot.
I wasn't thinking of him. I was thinking of Jason Bateman, who's probably one of my favorite actors out there.
Yes.
He's just got that deadpan sarcasm that just drives me nuts. It's absolutely hilarious.
He doesn't do it too much, but he plays a really good asshole.
Yeah, he does. He plays in Zootopia as the fox. Great movie if you haven't checked that one out. I mean, it might be a 3D children's film, but it's also...
It's not. It's a real movie.
Holy
shit. Also, if you've ever moved somewhere, it's going to hit you. Because it's basically how I felt when I moved to San Francisco. Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'll try not to. I'm going to skip over one because we're going to come back to it a little bit later. Why Him with James Franco and Bryan Cranston. That one looks to be pretty funny.
I'm so excited for a Bryan Cranston comedy.
Because he was in he did Malcolm in the Middle years ago.
It feels like that.
And cool. He was he played a great TV dad, and now he's going back to being a dad. Other than I don't know, I never watched Breaking Bad, but was Walter White a dad?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a less angry dad. And some guys asking permission for to marry his daughter, which I don't know if you've ever been in that situation. It's nerve-wracking as the guy. I never actually formally asked permission.
I like to think I would,
but things happen. But it looks like it's gonna be really, really funny. I mean, James Franco, he's really good at playing an idiot. I don't know if he's actually stupid, but he's great at playing a fucking idiot.
Yeah. And I don't usually I feel like I'm really hard on comedy trailers. Usually because I'm not in the theater to see a comedy.
Sure.
But I genuinely laughed at that trailer.
Underworld, Blood Wars. Another Underworld movie. I don't know if you've seen all of them. I love the Underworld series. Kate Beckinsale's great.
Yes. I haven't really watched them all the way through.
They're kind of corny at a certain point. Like, for their time period, they were cool. Like, early 2000s. Great movies. But they're a little bit corny, but they're still good. Like, at this point, I'm invested. Like, I am watching this till it ends. Like, cool. I don't know if you've watched any of the what the hell are they called? Resident Evil movies.
No, actually,
I've strayed away from those because it's too much.
I watched Extinction a couple weeks ago while I was sick and like half asleep, and I was kind of watching through it, and it was something.
Well, the new Resident Evil, the final chapter comes out January 27th.
Oh,
and
I didn't know that.
Hopefully it's actually the final chapter, because they had Apocalypse, and then they had Extinction. Mm-hmm. Now it's the final chapter. What the hell is next? The Resurrection? Come on.
Yeah.
Just be done. It's just, at this point, I feel like it's one of those series that just, they're trying to squeeze every penny out that they can.
Yeah. Also, Mila Jovovich, I think, is married to the director.
Oh, go figure.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder why she doesn't die in the movies. January 20th.
I want to point out, sitting through Extinction, I can't believe how many times she says, "My name is Alice."
Really?
She says it in every trailer.
Oh my
also.
God.
My name is Alice. I could not believe how many times that was just said.
That's
and there's
so
a
funny.
There's a part where someone is like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "Seriously?"
No, I don't know. I'm fucking Frank.
Yeah.
What if she had a different name, like I don't know, Carly? That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Let's see. January 20th. Day before my birthday. XXX Return of Xander Cage.
Yay!
Looks like it's gonna be an action-packed blast. Did you watch the State of the Union?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, were you disappointed by it like I was?
I was young, but I definitely missed Vin Diesel.
Yeah, because he is XXX.
That's so cool.
And now it's like, they got another guy. You're the new XXX. No, come on.
No, he's not.
It's Vin Diesel. He's XXX.
Yeah, you're like double X at this point.
X and a half.
X and a half.
XV.
X. 1. X cubed.
X, yeah, exactly. Let me see what else we got.
Wait, all the last 3 movies we brought up are like old 2000 series that are getting revamped, which is really interesting.
How about a new movie that's getting not, I wouldn't say revamped, but it's getting continued on. John Wick Chapter 2.
Yes.
You saw the first John Wick, right? Did. Oh man, Keanu Reeves is clearly the man that time forgot because he I don't even know how old he is at this point, but he doesn't look. He's still Neo,
Yeah. I think he's
Matrix reference.
He's one of the greatest actors ever.
Yeah, he's fantastic. So I mean, he's no Nick Cage.
No, he's not.
For those of you who don't know, that Michael has a huge man crush on Nick Cage, to the point where he painted a picture of him.
I didn't paint him. I drew him in charcoal.
He drew him in charcoal, like one of his French girls.
It's a 36 by 42 inch segmented piece on Nick Cage, and it's just his face, and it's in my room, and I'm so used to it. There's times where I get up in the middle of the night and I turn the light on, and just because I'm like my vision is so skewed that the face looks so like real that I just like freeze for a second and stare at it.
It wouldn't surprise me if Nick Cage actually came into your room and was just staring at you while you slept. He's a fucking weirdo.
I'm watching you while you sleep. Like he just says that.
I'm to steal the Declaration.
The map is on your drawing, Michael.
We need lemons. Lemons in a heater. Okay, the Lego Batman movie. I don't know how I feel about that because it's a spin-off. I guess it's a spin-off of the Lego movie, or maybe it's just a Lego version of Batman. I'm not sure which. Maybe it's a little more a younger child-friendly.
I'm stoked. I like the Lego movie.
The Lego movie is fun. Everything's awesome.
The Lego movie was it kind of had a SpongeBob vibe humor, and I really liked that.
Like old.
Yeah, just their quirky jokes. Old SpongeBob. This one's probably funny. It'll be nice to see a
less serious
DC. Yes, I was just about to say that exactly.
Well, what if Well, then they can't have a Joker saying why so serious because it's not.
He might say it. I don't know. Those movies are full of references. So.
Let's see. Logan comes out March 3rd. I'm pretty sure we talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, we did. I'm so excited.
Very excited about that, so I'll just skim over it. I just saw this one as I'm looking at the list, also from March 3rd. I don't know if you've heard about this. It's called My Scientology Movie.
No.
And it's going to have, I don't know who's directing it, but it's going to have Tom Cruise in it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, I'm hooked.
I think at this point it's just so ridiculous, Not that I mean, maybe I shouldn't go super into religion, but I think Scientology is it's fascinatingly weird.
Yeah. Is it a documentary or just?
I don't know. I'm scrolling through IMDb as we speak.
I just want to say, no matter his beliefs, no matter what, I still love Tom Cruise as an actor. And I heard he's one of the most awesome people to work with. I'm sure.
But have you noticed his center tooth?
No.
Oh my God! Somebody out there on the wonderful internet looked at a picture of him and then drew a line down the middle of his face with him smiling.
No.
And he's got his one of his his front teeth is dead center in his face, and now I can never not see that. It's always gonna be there. It is. It is super prevalent, which really pisses me off.
I get that. I was actually speaking of things you can't see, I was bringing up because one of my coworkers went to our high school, and we were talking about our chemistry teacher, Miss.
Oh,
I don't know if I want to say her name, but we were talking about her ripped tendon in her finger.
Yeah,
and
her forever fucking weird pinky.
Yeah, her pinky finger, she couldn't outstretch it. It was always curled, and whenever she held anything, it was just her curled finger against the object, and it was driving me fucking insane that she can't just wrap her finger around it. And it, she told the story, and I never noticed it until she told the story, and then for the rest of the year, I could not stand it, and maybe the reason I had a D for a while, probably not. I just
who do you work with that we went to school with? I mean, this is now just us talking to each other, but who do you work with that we went to school with?
Do you remember the middle school band teacher?
No.
Okay, what's his daughter?
Oh, Mr. Richardson?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I've been friends with their family for years.
Oh, wow.
They live next to well, I don't want to say where they live, but I know where they live. I've been to their house. I was friends with their son Aaron for years and years and years. Shout out to them.
Yeah, I know. Small world.
Yeah, small world, small town. Two idiots talking on a podcast. Anyway, we already I don't know how we went past it already, but you went and saw Fantastic Beasts, the new. Well, I guess it's not a Harry Potter movie, but it's
that world. I just say it's a Harry Potter spinoff. I don't know how else to.
Sure.
Or the Wizarding World. Is this my review time?
Please.
Okay.
I want to hear about it because I haven't gone to see it yet.
Sucked. No. Okay.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. It was super fun to be back in that world. The 1920s vibe in New York.
It's before The Boy Who Lived.
Yeah, Harry Potter was the 80s or 90s, and this is the end of the 20s.
Okay.
I think this is the end of the Roaring 20s.
So it's even before He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Yeah, I had a conversation
Voldemort
with more knowledgeable Harry Potter fanatics, and apparently Voldemort's not even born yet.
Voldemort.
Yeah, Voldemort.
He Who Shall Not Be Named.
I just said his name.
I know, we both did.
Well, we didn't.
Fucked.
We didn't name him though.
Huh.
They said
I never really thought about that. They didn't name him, so why shouldn't he be named?
Yeah.
That's just kind of fucked up. That's kind of a dickish move.
So they weren't renaming him every time, so it's fine.
Huh.
I feel like by the halfway through they're we're done saying his nickname, which is call him fucking Voldemort.
Yeah, because at a certain point it's a mouthful.
Yeah. So Fantastic Beasts.
Was it a good movie? Was it a fantastic movie?
I think. Yeah. It was I will say, and this is for the best too, it was definitely a different story than the Harry Potter films, which is good. Mm-hmm. The pacing was very different. There was a part of the beginning where I thought the beginning was a little slow and I wasn't sure where it was going. Then it did show where it was going and I enjoyed it. The characters are fantastic. They're instantly lovable, everyone.
Now who's in that? Does it have, because it looked like it had a 1920s out Colin Farrell, but it might also it is Colin Farrell. Okay, cool. I'm already interested.
Yeah, Eddie Redmayne, who
okay.
If he was, he looks like he would have been in the Potter films if he was famous back then.
Okay,
because he just looks like it. He plays a super good awkward guy. Totally not the the hero tropes. He's just an awkward as fuck guy that gets caught in the middle of a bunch of shit. All the American.
This is happening.
Yeah, no, and he meets all American people. All the American people are awesome. Everyone is fantastic in it. I do think there's a couple different plot lines in it, and I feel like there's a lot of times where it didn't really give away what was the main plot. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it wasn't there were times where it wasn't so concentrated. But they all they're all, what do I say without spoiling it? It's all good in the end. It's still a good movie in the end.
Okay.
So there were times where it jumps around where is this going? But still a good story. It was a much more like focused and like concentrated story than the Harry Potter films. So it's a good different type of story set in the same world. If you love the Harry Potter movies, like this movie brings back that exact vibe. So I don't see a reason not to go see it. I want to go see it again because I want to see how much more I can pick up on, like all these little things going on. Because there are a bunch of little hidden stuff that totally is like a nod to Harry Potter in that series, and I'm like, whoa! So I want to see more of that.
Okay. All right.
It's good.
Good. So you'd recommend it to a friend.
Oh yeah.
I've considered it recommended, and I'm planning on going to see it.
I recommend it as much as I'd recommend the Potter films.
Okay.
Which is a lot. Like you should see them.
Well, I was just definitely go see the Harry Potter. Well, you don't have to go see the Harry Potter movies. You can rent them on basically any video platform at this point. But I was looking at my notes and I was thinking we forgot to talk about some of our future hopes and aspirations for us and for the podcast.
Yes, here's our goals.
So I received along with all the support, some ideas and some suggestions. And like I said, hit us up on Twitter or email. We might make a Facebook page at some point.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're gonna go there. People want to see us. They want to see us do our podcast. They want to see our facial expressions. And I mean, we're both devilishly handsome, of course.
Yeah.
But they want to see what we're doing. They want to see us talk about it. I mean, like, really right now we're just sitting behind a table in front of a blanket in a garage with a microphone in front of us. So we want to make that happen. We want to do something like that, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of editing.
Yeah, let me tell you about the world of filmmaking.
It takes a lot of work. And on top of that, we don't have a camera that can even do our podcast right now.
And I'm sure a lot of people think it's easy to like slap a camera on, but there's so much work. It blows me away every time with PFC Gaming. I didn't realize the workload of editing every episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a point where it was like 2 hours to edit each episode, which was like 15 minutes long. And then people again that time said like, "Hey, can you add a face cam?" Like that's like another whole other layer. You have to place the camera right.
Right. So what we're saying is we want to do all these things.
Yes.
But right now we're limited by the technology that we have.
Yeah.
We need another camera. Right now, as it stands, Mike's the only one that's editing. I'm planning on getting something that I can edit on, and then the software to edit, so I can lessen that workload. But we want to do these things. We want to have a camera. We want to do, and like we were talking about. I'm not gonna throw out spoilers. Too many of them, anyways. But we want to start a YouTube channel on top of just our regular podcast. We want to do a Let's Play as well, but we need the capture software. We need the time. We need this, that, and the other. And we need, like, basically right now we're limited by technology and funding. And it's not that we don't, we're listening. We want your suggestions. We want to keep, we want to make this show for not just us, but for you guys as well. So, anything that you guys can think of, and I'm sure we'll get plenty of messages like, it'd be funny if you guys would suck each other's dicks or something like that. Some stupid ass suggestions, please save those. We actually want, we want some positive feedback, even if it's negative, even if it's criticism of something that we can improve. Let us know. Hit us up on Twitter at betastage3 or betastage3@gmail.com. Now I want to. Before I continue on, I kind of want to explain why there's a 3. A 3 in our tags, and why we're not Beta Stage 3. Beta Stage is it's just something that we came up with. We're BSing.
Possibly an hour before the first episode.
Probably, yeah. I'd say that's about as like the longest that we spent on it, and it was hey, why don't we call ourselves this? Yes. But the 3, that goes back to, God, we had to have been maybe like 12, 13.
Jesus Christ.
We were playing.
We were so young.
So Michael and I were sitting in my, we're younger kids. We're like 12, 13 years old. We're playing GameCube. And we were playing Mario Party at like 10 o'clock at night.
Mario Party 4.
Mario Party.
I remember.
And it's been the longest running joke, I think, out of our group.
It's the simplest.
But it's the absolute simplest. We were playing Mario Party 4. We were playing a game where you have to go in between pages of a book, like they'll collapse and fall on you, and you have to go in the holes.
Yeah.
And Michael would always beat me by like 1 or 2 pages. He would always get ahead of me. And so I had finally had enough. We come up to the game again.
We unlocked the infinite mode.
Oh, that's what it was, just to see how long we could go.
Yeah.
And Michael had, and instead of Michael getting ahead of me this time, I sabotaged him. And I pushed him out of the hole that he was going to go into, and he had only gotten through 3 pages.
And it just crushed me. My character looked at Josh's character, and I was crushed.
He was so devastated, and he was crushed literally and metaphorically as a page fell on top of him. And so 3 has been our joke for forever.
Yep. I remember seeing the score and just said 3.
I will spit on my water. So that's an explanation to that. But backtracking a little bit, please let us know if there's something that we can improve on.
Yeah.
We're listening. We promise we're going to try and do as much. I think maybe, if it's possible, I don't want to overburden you as the editor, but if you want to try and throw this up on YouTube along with SoundCloud this week, that'd be great.
Oh, YouTube channel is the easiest.
Yeah, perfect.
It's fine with moi.
Perfect. Oh, along with that, if you have any ideas for a logo for us, send us some submissions. Yes. Email it to us.
Yes.
I'm by no means an artist. Michael's the artistically talented one. But yeah, we need a logo. We need something that's going to capture us as what we are and what we're starting out as. Mm-hmm. So, please,
yes,
share with us what you think. Okay, back to movies that I want to talk about. I'm going to bear with me here, listeners. We're going to roll into a whole bunch of shit talking and funniness, and hopefully funniness. I hope you're laughing. If not, whatever. Trailer for Assassin's Creed. We just watched that.
Yes.
I've seen it a couple of different times. It's not like Michael hasn't heard of it. But what'd you think?
I am so excited.
You sound like you were just bound to constrain your excitement.
I'm absolutely ecstatic. Nothing makes me happier than seeing a video game's production company logo at the beginning of a video game film.
That's always nice.
And when it shows Ubisoft at the beginning, I'm like, yes, they know what they're doing, and I'm so excited. It's the same director as the guy who did Macbeth a couple years ago or last year, also with Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard. And I guess the original director of Assassin's Creed crapped out.
Oh.
And Fassbender was like, yes, so we just did a movie with this guy and we liked him, so let's bring him on. And I am stoked because that Macbeth movie was so well done visually.
I didn't even hear about it.
Oh, it was a small thing, but I was at a film festival and they screened it. It was a very pretty film.
Okay. But yeah, it's got Michael Fassbender, Facebender, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, because when he acts it, he's just so good. He just bends your face like.
Ah! He does. Yeah, he does.
See, things like that would be the facial expression and the noise that I just made. That would be why we would want to do a video to our podcast. But anyway.
Now I see.
Well, they don't. Okay. Sorry. For those of you who've played the Assassin's Creed series, it doesn't follow. It's a separate story. It's during the Spanish Inquisition. It looks great. It doesn't give away, the trailer doesn't give away a whole lot other than it's like the Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
In that they're tapping into somebody's ancestors' memories, and then that person is now living through them. And as the name suggests, they're an assassin. Yeah, spoiler. In whatever time period. So it looks great. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I didn't actually know that it was that he was playing a different character until I saw the featurette. That it wasn't about Desmond Miles. It was about this other dude. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just something that I was unaware of. So yeah, that looks like it's going to be a great time. Recently, I picked up Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. It's been out for a long time. They just released Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I haven't played that one yet, but it also looks like a lot of fun.
Syndicate, I feel like, was Syndicate just like a smaller game?
No, Syndicate was the bigger one. It's like the Chronicles are the smaller games.
Oh, okay.
But Syndicate, they just released it, and they're about to release the Ezio collection. I brought that up on our last podcast.
That'll be good.
Where it follows Ezio through, I think it's like
it's
3 or 4 games.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and I think Revelations.
Yep, that sounds about right. So 3 games for Ezio Auditore, the Italian assassin. But I've really enjoyed playing Black Flag. It's not like, because see, here's the thing for me. Like, I played all the way up until Assassin's Creed 3, and then I didn't even finish 3 because I was so tired of the okay, well, you're an assassin, go kill this guy, watch this, this cinematic, now go kill this guy, that I found myself, because they added a new feature for 3, which it wasn't actually the 3rd game, but it was Assassin's Creed 3, where you can now, hunt and you can now trap and skin animals. And I seriously, one day, I found myself, I spent like 30 minutes, no shit, hunting for beaver, because their pelts are worth a lot and they're easy to kill. And it was at that point where I was like, wow, I am done with this game. I have killed too many. I just need a break. This is too repetitive.
Yeah, you can only slay so much beaver, Josh.
I was really avoiding that joke as much as I could, but kill.
Should have wrote that down. I would have noticed to not make a beaver joke.
No beaver jokes. This is a clean show, Michael. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, so I refused to get Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and now I picked it up because it was on sale for Xbox's their Black Friday sale. It was like $10, and I mean, they had deals with gold where it was free at one point, and I regret not getting it then because it's different than the other Assassin's Creed games. It doesn't make you feel bound to play the story. Like, I spent, like a good, I don't know, like the first day or two I got it, I was, because you're a pirate in that game, who picks up an assassin's uniform, spoilers. So I spent the first, day or two playing that game as a pirate. I was on a ship, blowing up other ships, hunting whales, which is also fun, by the way. It's a fun little mechanic that they added. They let you, hunt down different sea animals, and you have to get in a little whaling boat, and then they all behave differently, so they've all got different mechanics that you have to start learning about. I found a white whale the other day, and God Almighty, was that an awful experience trying to catch that white whale. Fucking Moby Dick. So I'll give the game a quick rating if you don't mind.
Wait, I have a question.
Sure.
How Assassin's Creed is it in terms of it being an Assassin's Creed game?
Well, you know what? I'm still playing it.
Okay.
So I'll get back to you on that. But for right now, it does feel Assassin's Creedy.
Okay, because I was wondering if they should have just made a pirate game.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, yeah.
But no, you're an assassin who's also a pirate.
Okay. Cool.
You're a pirate assassin.
Cool.
Pirate assassin.
Asset.
Nope.
Pirate.
Pirate ass. Wait, what?
Ass pirate.
Butt pirate. You're not a butt pirate. No, you're a pirate who's an assassin. So the story so far, I mean, I'm not gonna give it away, but it steers you into being an assassin who's also a pirate, not a pirate who's also assassin.
Okay, cool.
So far, that's just the impression that I'm getting. It doesn't force you to you're like, okay, I have to keep playing the story. and okay, so now I'm gonna have to, as part of the story, I'm gonna have to kill this guy. No, it doesn't make you do that. You like the first couple of missions. Well, there's quite a few missions actually in the main campaign where you're doing pirate shit and not assassin shit,
Cool.
which is really nice. So for I'm gonna do a quick. This is gonna be maybe we'll have a segment called quick reviews, quick rates. Replayability. I'm gonna give it a. I would probably keep going back to this. Well, I'll probably I'd give it a 3 out of 5 because it's one of those games. It's a solo game. I haven't played the multiplayer. Solo game, I'd give it a 3 out of 5. Visually, it's an Assassin's Creed game, so it looks great, especially when you're doing like the free-falling bullshit. I'm also going to give that a 4 out of 5. Not also, I guess. Content, I guess there's quite a bit of DLC available for it. It's also got a multiplayer. So I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5. Let's see, what the fuck else was our...
Technicalities.
Or
technicals, whatever.
Yeah, technicals. There are a few... there's actually a few issues where it's like, okay, you're 3 feet away from this guy, but you're stabbing him in the throat, and it looks like you're reaching out, and this dude's just, you're force choking the guy.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like. So I'm going to give that one probably a 3 out of 5. It could do better.
Okay. Ubisoft is known for a few glitches.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's perfect. And then, what was the last one? Immersion was the last one. Thank God. Man, it's been a week and I've forgotten our own rating system.
Are you a pirate?
Oh God, yeah, dude, I play that game and I'm a motherfucking pirate.
You are a pirate!
Yarr! So I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5 because I really get into that game. I mean, it's one of those games that's got a great story. And yeah, it dives right in. So just doing some quick math. Michael, why don't you talk about something for a minute while I do math in my head? Okay, so I'd say if I
just thought of something to say.
Oh, did you? Well, I'd say if I had to rate it, it comes to about a 3.4 out of 5. 3.4, 3.5 out of 5.
Cool. That's not terribly high.
That's not terribly high. I gave it mostly 4s and a couple of 3s.
Okay. That sounds like my report cards, I guess. Not too
bad. No, it's probably even higher than that because it scored higher for me than Overwatch did. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're a hard ass.
Yeah, I'm a little. I'm just doing quick math, so maybe it's like a 3.7, 3.8 out of 5.
Okay.
Good game. There were a couple things where I would have improved on.
Cool.
But yeah, that's what I think of it.
Cool. I would like to have a follow up when you finish it.
I'm finished for the moment.
I meant finished with the game.
Oh. So you want to revisit and see what I think at that point?
Because I know it's like the most like I don't want to say controversial, but like the farthest fetched Assassin's Creed game.
Sure.
Do you remember, speaking of glitches, have you seen that famous face glitch from Assassin's Creed Unity?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna look it up right now. I don't care if people can't see it.
So while Michael's looking up that face glitch, what else can I talk about? God damn it. This is what they talk about when they say dead time. Go ahead and oh God. Okay. Grant, it's like I'm so glad that you shared that with me. I'm glad that our listeners are. Go ahead and look that up on the Googles, the Googly Gogs.
Assassin's Creed
Unity glitch. I haven't played the game, but I
didn't realize it was like multiple scenes.
Apparently, there's a face glitch.
I just thought it was the one picture. God damn it. Oh my God.
But yeah, if you're into the Assassin's Creed games, go ahead and pick that up. I'll be playing that one throughout the next so often. I don't get infinite hours to play, but whenever I do, I feel myself getting distracted by all the different side activities. So there's a lot to do in that game, and I'm one of those people. that if I really like the game, I can enjoy the side activities. I'll try to complete as many of them as I can. Like Assassin's Creed 2, it was the only game that I've gotten every single. No, you know what? I didn't even finish it, but it was my highest gamer score game because I loved that game so much. I wanted to get everything that I could, and now I'm going to try and do that again. So hopefully in the near future I'll have 1,000 out of 1,000 gamer score on that. I'm not a completionist. My friend that I brought up earlier, my friend Mika, she is a huge completionist. She spent God only knows how much time trying to get the no kill achievement on Dishonored.
Oh my god.
It's funny, playing with my friend Jack. You can just hear in the background every once in a while getting frustrated because somebody had seen her or she had killed somebody by accident. So that's always fun. I know. Dignified fluff, but not the original.
So stressful. So stressful with those games.
It's funny that you make a Yoda joke. Here we go. Let's talk about. This is the one I was going to say. I was going to come back to it. Rogue One comes out December
16th.
16th. I know you would know.
15th because everyone's too fucking casual to do an actual midnight premiere anymore. So they were like, let's move it to 7 p.m., which ruins the fun of seeing a movie in the middle of the night where everything is super surreal. Sorry, this is not a Road Run rant. I just wanted to
it's funny. I'll tell you a story. I don't know if I had told you this one before. When I was in high school, I was dating somebody. I'm gonna leave her name out of it. But her mom worked for somebody, did something to where we saw an advanced showing of the second to last Harry Potter movie, the Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Oh.
So we went and saw it at 6 p.m. before the midnight showing.
Wow.
So it's all these Harry Potter nerds or whatever, and we're sitting there. They're sitting in the theater. Fucking the movie starts, and it's I think it was 20th Century Fox.
It was Warner Bros.
Warner Brothers. Sure. Yeah. And their logo goes. And, you start to hear the music and people are getting all excited. I'm sitting there, I'm in the middle of the theater, and I just said, so what are we watching? And I heard people look at me, and you just heard, the inhales, I can't believe this filthy fucking muggle would be here watching this movie. Because I was just it was cool. I got to see the Harry Potter movie, but I was also just, going on a date with this girl.
Did you actually not know what you were seeing?
Oh, I knew what I was seeing.
Okay,
I'm just a prick.
Just being Josh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Spoiler, well, I'm not going to spoil it, but that part where, and I feel like I get all the hate that I can from this, but that part when a certain evil character throws the dagger.
Yep.
And then a certain other character dies.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the theater, and I'm sitting there, and I just go, ha! When it happened. And, oh, man, it was everyone was if they had daggers to throw, they would be throwing them right at me, dude. I had so many mean looks. There were people murmuring, because that's at the end of the movie, isn't it? Yeah. And oh my God. Fuck, dude.
People probably still talk about you.
Bro, the jackass that ruined their experience.
God damn. Wow. That reminds me of when I saw the premiere of the first Hobbit movie. Mm-hmm. Someone came in with their baby in the carriage, sat right next to me. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because that's my favorite book, and I waited fucking years. And there's a goddamn baby next to me. That baby, okay, I will say the baby was quiet the whole time. But
then what's the issue?
I was worried about a baby waking up.
Then who the fuck cares? Now at this point, you're just being picky.
And it was the XD theater where it was super loud. And the whole time, I hope this baby doesn't wake up.
Well, at that point, that's just bad parenting. It's not the baby was... Because I could see it, I'd be bothered too if there was a screaming child while I'm trying to watch this movie that I've wanted to see. But if the baby was quiet the whole time, then who cares?
See, I think I'm just a person who worries about what might happen.
what could be.
Yeah.
Hashtag Carly.
Hashtag liberals. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I did not. That joke was not for me. A friend made that joke once.
Wow, that's great. Well, I'm not a liberal, so I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Hashtag sorry, Jeff.
Maybe we should just cut that
Not leave it.
Okay.
Might as well just leave
Okay.
it. Future Mike doesn't edit a whole lot out.
Right.
But Rogue One, let's go back to that.
Mm-hmm.
December 16th. Trailers look great.
I'm so excited.
I'm curious to see how that... I don't know his name. The guy that plays her dad.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if he's going to be, a bad guy at the end.
I don't know.
Because it's like, I've never seen him not play a bad guy.
Yeah.
And he's good at it.
He's so fucking good. Have you seen Hannibal?
No.
I think that's the last of my favorite shows. Well, no, I still like Walking Dead.
Oh, hey, by the way, spoiler alert.
No,
I'm
kidding. No, I catch up.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, okay. But everyone watch Hannibal because it's a cinematic masterpiece, and I can't believe NBC allowed it to be played for 3 seasons, even though they fucking canceled it.
Wow.
Still good. Anyway, Star Wars.
But yeah, I'm curious to see about whether or not he's gonna flip a Yui at the end. Well,
Yeah.
But that plot twist, bum bum bum, I'm a bad guy.
He's Snoke.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really curious to see. We'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be good. Like a ragtag bunch of heroes, doing Star Wars stuff, but without all the Jedi and the Force. I'm sure the Force will be with them.
Yeah.
But
Always.
I
am stoked because the plan, the plot of this movie is stealing the Death Star plans, and I hope the movie conveys how fucking difficult and how you're stealing the Death Star plans, and we all know what the Death Star is, and how fucking ridiculous that is to pull off.
Sure.
And how it's every every famous historical event where I can't believe that a group of people actually pulled that off. Mm-hmm. This is like that, but for Star Wars, where they're probably not gonna make it. And I don't know what else to say. I'm just so excited to see the stakes are so fucking high. Mm-hmm. It was already high when they're destroying the Death Star, but this they're infiltrating the Empire to steal the plans of the most. It's the Death Star.
Yeah. So this is going to start a conversation, and it might go on into the next podcast. It might go on to future podcasts. In fact, I want to know whose side you're on. Go ahead and let us know on Twitter or on email whether you're on Mike's side or on Josh's side.
My heart is pounding.
Because we're going to talk about Star Wars, A New Hope 2.0.
Just say the name.
Okay. A New Hope 2.0.
God damn it, Josh.
No, what's the name, Michael? Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. I don't think that it was a new Star Wars movie. I think that they went ahead and took the entire script from A New Hope and then just slapped on new characters. Because let's look at it, unsuspecting hero becomes has some interaction with a lightsaber, and then Han Solo to get off desert planet. Let's see, and then they go find unsuspecting mentor. Gives them some information. They get lightsaber. Didn't they steal plans for that planet?
Finn had the plans.
Oh yeah, Finn had the plans for the big Death Star. The big Death Star 2.0, which also has some fucking crucial weakness that they keep in at the top of the fucking planet. That, by the way, it's not even a spoiler. If you've watched the movie from the 70s, if you watched Star Wars A New Hope, you've already seen The Force Awakens. They have a cool little cinematic scene. The only real mystery to that movie is who the fuck is Snoke? That's all. It was. it pisses me off that they're announcing it as a new Star Wars movie. And if in the sequel to that one, if they go to fucking Hoth, I'm out. I'm getting up and walking out of the theater at that point. And if there's a fucking AT-AT on Hoth that's not like a busted down one from previously, if it's like an actual walking around, that's fucking game over, dude. I'm gonna yell in the theater.
Oh boy. Because
that's bullshit. The whole movie, I was like, wow, that just kind of feels like the exact thing that happened in episode 1.
5.
Well, no, it was 1, but then it was 4.
Okay.
After they released the the new Hayden Christensen fucking garbage balls that they called Star Wars.
This is just going downhill.
You know what? I didn't hate those Star Wars. I mean, the Phantom Menace was crap, but it introduced a young
Anakin?
No, Ewan McGregor.
Oh yeah,
as the role of Old Ben, who would he'd eventually become Old Ben. Obi-Wan Kenobi. He did a good job. Yeah. Hayden Christensen wasn't even the worst. He was just kind of he was a little annoying, but he wasn't terrible. I mean, it was a good movie. It gave some insight to the Clone Wars, and the fall-on and then the eventual downfall of the Jedi, which was cool. And it wasn't bad.
The Republic.
I'm so weak. Yeah, and that was one of those things where it's like...
I don't know why that's the line I decided to go.
I don't know. It's one of those movies where it's like, come on, you guys don't feel like this guy is, he's a Sith the whole time?
Yeah.
Really?
No, but
come on!
But it's Jar Jar now. That's the theory.
Yeah, that's the theory. Which would be hilarious.
It's kind of cool though to watch the first two and see Palpatine and be like, oh shit, guys! He's doing it. I know why he's doing this.
I know what's going on. Guys, I know your future. Yeah, no, he was good, and so was. Fuck, dude, why am I having such trouble with names?
Lay it on me.
Count Dooku. What the fuck was the actor? He passed away.
Oh my god, I knew his name up until right now.
You're right? God damn. Tell us what idiots we are on Twitter, please.
Sir... That didn't help at all.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
We know his fucking name.
Well...
We talk about... I'm looking it up.
It's not...
Count
Dooku. Come on.
This is embarrassing.
A little bit.
This is embarrassing.
A little bit. Wouldn't it be right? Nope.
We know this. We know this.
God, we're dumb.
Oh my god, this is the worst.
Okay, we're editing this part out.
Yeah.
We've got to. Okay, quick pause.
No, we can
figure this out. You think so? I'll figure this out a lot quicker than you will, I bet.
I can't believe it. I don't want Count Dooku actor to be in my search history.
Okay, well don't put it in your search history.
I'm doing it. Christopher Lee.
Damn it! I was right there.
I'm so sorry. Fuck.
God, fuck. Christopher Lee. Yeah. Rest in peace, Christopher Lee.
He's good.
Shout out to Christopher Lee.
Where were we going with him?
I don't remember. Okay. At this point, I'm just fucking so mad about the whiny actor that they got to play. And don't get me wrong, I think that oh my god. What the hell is the new Sith guy's name?
Kylo Ren?
Kylo Ren for the fucking win. Jesus Christ.
It's been a long podcast, dude.
Kylo Ren, I think he's a fucking phenomenal Sith, but they made his so they introduced him in the movie, he fucking stops a laser beam using the Force, which is incredible. That is the amount of power that takes. He extracts information using the Force, doesn't have to actually hurt people. He is super powerful. But the guy, like, they made his non-Sith character a whiny little bitch. He's fucking Han Solo's son. Great. He's a little bitch. Mm-hmm. Fuck off. What was his name in the movie? Ben?
Yeah.
Fuck off, Ben.
Ben!
Yeah. You killed your fucking dad.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler. He took a blast from Chewbacca's bowcaster. The thing's got, like, it shoots like a tank. And, like, you know, Chewbacca can miss and still take out 3 stormtroopers. He took a shot from it and still managed to just, you know, get up and kick some ass. Mm-hmm. But no, he's a little bitch. And it's not a new movie. It is Star Wars A New Hope 2.0. Team Josh.
Okay.
No, go ahead. Defend it. Please. I want to hear it. I got time. That's it? That's the best you got?
No, it's weird because I acknowledge every similarity, but
Go ahead.
I wasn't bothered by it. When I was watching the movie, I was like, oh, cool, it's a little Death Star run, or trench run. And I'm like, oh, cool, it's like this. That's cool. And then I come out of the movie, and I was like, oh, that was cool. And then people were like, that's stupid. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you thought that way. And yeah, I do get it. Like, it's like they could have made it a little newer.
A little more original.
Yes.
I wouldn't say newer, because the new, like, it looks great.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
But the problem is that it already is a Star Wars movie. Mm-hmm. And that's what bothers me the most. Mm-hmm. Now, I will say this, an addendum to my previous statement about Hoth and the AT-ATs. If prior to that, they've got Mark Hamill with, what's her name?
Rey?
Yep, Rey. If they've got a scene where he's training her and she's carrying him around, I will stay through the Hoth bullshit. I will stay through the AT-AT, and I will keep my mouth shut.
Oh, you want that to happen?
Oh yeah,
okay.
Fuck yeah, that'd be hilarious.
I've already made bets that if there's a scene where someone's training to lift a ship, I'll give in and actually give. I'll give $20. That's the bet.
To whom?
Julian of Stereogram. I told him if that happens, I'll give him $20 in the theater, right there.
Mm. I think we should probably get ready to wrap up.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's the thing, sir.
Team Josh.
It's just I don't know. I'm not bothered by it. It's just like the prequels. I know they don't have the best writing, the best use of effects, or the best directing, maybe, but I fucking love them. I love the world it in. I just love Star Wars. And this one, I had a fucking blast watching it. I enjoy the new characters. I do wish it's, would follow them more, because it is basically about. It was basically about a character who gets wrapped into Star Wars. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
And I know I'm certain it's not going to be like that for the rest of the movies. And I'm not saying
I hope not.
I'm not saying it's justified because it won't be like the next movies. Like I get it, and I get that it's, and I know, and I'm sure the writers went through a fucking bunch of shit. Like, okay, what do we do to satisfy these fans? What do we do to satisfy these fans? And I just loved the movie. I don't know. I just like it. I like it, and I was fine with the other Death Star. Mm-hmm. I obviously wish it went on a little longer, because the way it ended. I'm like, oh no, I have to wait 2 years. God damn it. I mean, obviously the aesthetics and the visuals and everything were top notch. I still agree that Rogue One might even be a better movie.
I'm certain it will be.
Hyped as fuck.
December 16th. Please check it out.
Yeah.
Before we end today.
Yeah, I guess the point is I don't have a retort.
So you don't. Okay, so there really is no. Go ahead and let us know if you agree with Mike or if you agree with me. We all know that everyone already agrees.
It's just like who is annoyed and bothered by what.
Sure.
It's more of that, and the things people are bothered by. I wasn't bothered. I was enjoying it. And that's just me. That is just my opinion. You can hate the movie. I don't give a fuck. Fuck.
Honey badger don't give shit.
That's the one I don't really have a retort for any of your things. I totally get it. I'm more bummed that people were disappointed because I hate seeing people disappointed. And when I saw the movie with Julian, I remember the moment it ended, I looked at him and like super excited, and I just could see it in his face that he was bummed. I'm like, oh no, here we go.
Well, on that note, I want to make a shout out to Mike's other project, his other baby. It's a Stereogram. Check that out on YouTube. It's sketch comedy. It's great. There's a lot of stuff that they take from personal experiences. A lot of stuff that it's memories for us. So there's a lot of stuff where we can point out and go, hey, that looks familiar. That's something that happened.
Yeah. There is a lot of implements of old inside jokes in there. People were like catching things. I'm like, oh yeah, I did totally stem from that joke.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So please go ahead and check them out. I want to shout out to my friend Mika again because I got she gave me a lot of flack that she didn't get a shout out and virtually everyone else did. So giving her another shout out. Hopefully. So we're gonna try. We're shooting for Monday releases.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, we're looking at Monday releases. Check us out on SoundCloud. Hopefully next week we'll have a link for YouTube as well.
Yay.
If you've got some ideas for a logo for us, go ahead and send them to us at either betastage3@gmail.com or beta_stage3 on Twitter. We're still getting used to the Twitterverse. But we're there.
Yeah, shout out to Christopher Lee.
Oh yeah, sorry that we couldn't remember your name. I mean,
sorry, dude.
Not like you're around to defend it. But
speaking of Star Wars, if you guys like Star Wars and you like comedy, check out it's a YouTube channel called Arwnauts, and they do dubs of the movies, and they just did the 5th movie. And they basically create a whole new story, and it is the funnest thing I've ever watched. So if you like dubs and editing in Star Wars, watch. I know it's a weird name to spell, but episode 1 is called, I think it's called Jedi Dance Party, and then the next one's called The Friend Zone, and then Revenge of Middle Management. So it's those, perfect, and they're fucking incredible.
Perfect.
So
yeah, check them out. Check out Stereogram. As always, keep listening to us. We love BSing with you guys. I think next week. If you've got something you want us to talk about, please let us know. Drop us a hint. If you're going to be around, if you want to do a guest spot, talk to us. Let us know. We might, we don't know who's going to be on the show at any point.
Just come up and say hi. You got nothing to lose.
Yeah. I mean, really, at this point, we really don't.
Just put all your eggs in our basket.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for listening.
See you, everyone.
Bye.